So to help students learn to master their math facts can be somewhat of a tedious chore, but to do it with playing cards adds a little bit of a gameplay to it because kids think of playing cards as fun. But it also helps the kids master the facts because you get each digit 4 times through the deck of cards, so you get that repetitiveness that you need. So we're going to use the Mango Math cards, which are special made cards in the fact that instead of face cards, you have 0s, 11s, and 12s, which you can use then to master your math facts up through 12, and then you also have a 0 so you can make every digit. So they're just a little bit more special, and you can find out more about them on our website at mangomath.com. But you can get a deck of cards cheaply at any dollar store for 2 decks for $1. So just make sure you're using decks of cards as opposed to just normal flashcards. They're a lot less expensive and they add a little bit more fun and repetition. So one of the things when I work with kids on learning their math facts is I work with 1 digit at a time. So you work with let's say 0s, then 1s, then 2s, go up to 10s, then go back to master 5s, work on your 4s, which come with a pattern, and go to 3s, you work on your 9s, which has a pattern as well. And so when they get to their 6s, 7s, and 8s, which they can struggle with, they would have had mastered those other facts. So then they're just down to a very limited few that they might have to memorize. So when dealing with the cards, like I said, I deal with 1 digit at a time. So this time I'm just going to work on my 3s, or my 1 multiple at a time. I'm working on my 3s. So when I lay down the cards, I'll lay them on either side. So I'll say 3 times 10 is 30, but I'll also put them in front. So 4 times 3 is 12. So students will see that it doesn't matter what place the 3 is in, as long as they know they're 3s, you can multiply anything times it. Either before it or after it. So it gets a little bit more fluidity. So you can continue on. So let's say we did 7 times 3, and they don't know that as 21. So you can take your 7 and set it aside and bring it up later when the digit comes up again as a reminder. So just give them the answer to it, set it aside to let them know that that's when they need to work on. So when they continue through, 0 times 3 is 0, 3 times 9 is 27. So when they come up with that 7 again, you can say, now do you remember it? We had gone over it before. So hopefully they can be jogged by just the memory of that they had forgotten it last time and bring it up. But if not, and they still forget it, just say it to them one more time, give them a clue to it or tell them the answer outright. And then when it comes up again 2 more times through this deck, hopefully they will have mastered it. So that's what's fun about having a deck of cards to work with and mastering your facts.